Okay, Nora Beatson. I'm 14 and I'm a freshman at Southwest Christian High School.
Yeah.
I have attended Wooddale since 3rd grade, and I grew up in a Christian family and accepted Christ into my heart when I was very young. Or at least I thought I did. When I was 5 years old, my friend and I continually prayed to become a follower of Christ when we went to any church. I didn't know what I was doing or what it meant, but I was a pro at it. Throughout elementary school, I learned what it really meant to have a relationship with this Jesus guy. In fact, I learned all about the Bible, the stories of who Jesus was and his followers from the Old and New Testament. Though it was only stories, to me they had no meaning, and I called myself a Christian, but I had no real relationship with God. In 5th grade, my same friend and I started to attend Wednesday nights with the 5th and 6th grade at Wooddale. The pastor there named Tarman taught me the deeper meanings of these stories, how God's master plan and everything that happened in the Bible was for me, so I could go to heaven no matter how many times I've sinned. I began to grow deeper into my faith and read the Bible with a clearer mind of what it really means. I still struggled with doubt and judged myself for all of my mistakes. One of my favorite passages in the Bible is Psalm 23. I won't read all of it because of its length, but a few of the verses are, "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will feel no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff comfort me." Psalm 23. I didn't notice him, but God was always with me. He cares for me and protects me. I began to learn about who Jesus was at a very young age, but started a relationship with him when I was able to understand the importance of the decision I was making. Throughout middle school, I had a great relationship with God, friends, and my family. In November, more recently in my life, I shared my testimony with Wooddale Church through something we called Stories from the Seats. I read through it again and realized how much could change in only 2 months. I chose to write about identity. How recently coming to a new school has impacted me and pulled me closer to God. Before that, I had different personalities when around different groups of people. Because of this, I developed a major FOMO and felt the constant exclusion of missing out. Like many other teenagers, I've also struggled with low self-esteem, anxiety, and the feeling of constantly disappointing my parents and other peers. Through this struggle and doubt, I became closer to God and accepted this is how he works in my life so I can become more like him. As I was ending 8th grade, I had to choose which school I was going to attend in the fall. I could either go to a large public school with all of my friends, or a small private school considering I only knew one person. I felt pressure from my friends and family because they both wanted different choices. At the end of March, after careful consideration, my parents decided that I would be attending Southwest Christian High School. I wasn't fully happy about the decision at the time, but I can now say I'm glad I made the change. After I told my closest friends, they started being more distant from me. I had other friends in common and hang out with them instead of me. I did not have a conversation with them and buried myself in schoolwork and other hobbies instead. They did the same and we grew apart. Recently, 3 of us realized how poor of a choice that was and have started to become friends again. Through this experience, I thought I wasn't good enough for them and blamed them for walking away from me. I chose to stay quiet and become very bitter because of that. To me, everything that happened was their fault and held them responsible for the damage I had done to myself. Talking to them again made us all realize how much we missed the relationship we had. Another one of my favorite verses is Matthew 7:5. "You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." This verse, Matthew 7:5, reminds me not to judge others because of their mistakes, but to look at mine first. Through challenges in my life, I have grown closer to God and hope to continue to.